Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jimmy Artrip, and I am the computer science instructor for the Knott County Area Technology Center. One thing we learned this year was you have to expect the unexpected. We also found out that several jobs could be done at home. This could lead to a trend with future jobs being done from home, and that the students require more training on collaboration software. The students required more training on delegating responsibilities between the staff at home and staff at the job site, and that the students were requiring more training on how to combine all the work to create their final projects. So that's why for our school project we decided on merging 3D technology with robotics. The type of project would allow our students to learn how to use collaboration software to work with other students without having to be face to face. Thought it would be really good training for them if, in fact, the trend does continue to go for more work at home type jobs. So the plan was we're going to do this project in several different phases. Phase one, we're going to have the in-class students build things like robots, drones, while being here at their local school site. In phase two, we're going to have the at-home students work on programming. They're going to be using things like block-based coding, Python coding. Then they're all going to come together, use Tinkercad to design any 3D attachments or 3D parts that we needed printed. Final phase, we're going to have the students combine their work, showcase their finished projects. What strategy did we implement this year to address the problem? What I wanted to do, I wanted to let the kids kind of do their own research and lead everything. By doing this, I hope that I would help the students feel like it was their own projects, so they would have better ability to get in and decide the pace that it was going to go, how it was going to end up. I just kind of wanted to give them control to see how they could handle everything. And how did the realization impact the student learning? Well, by doing this project, I found the students wanted to continue learning. They felt like it was truly their own project. As you can see in these videos, the students had a great time working with the things they built. Many of the students were excited for next year so they can continue learning to build more advanced projects. You see the first video, this is just one of the little carts that we made. One of the students attached their camera to it and went around filming the classroom. They kind of enjoyed that. And then the second video was one of the drones that we put together and programmed it. We used some little obstacles to fly through. Their kids were getting pretty good at it, so we made it a lot of fun little games and things for them to keep them interested in it, and they really seemed to enjoy it this year. Good. What resources and personnel did we need to implement this strategy? Well, we used several different resources for the project, including the Ultimaker 2.0 robot kits that you can see to the right, the CoDrone Pro programmable drone kits. We used the Elegoo, I guess that's how we say it, 250-piece starter kits. And we also used a MakerBot Plus 3D printer and an Ultimaker 3D printer. SWOT research questions guide our study of this innovation. I wanted to see how project-based learning with collaboration from both home-based learners and our in-person learners would commingle while completing our classroom projects. Also wanted to give the students a chance to see what their future technology jobs might look like. I wanted them to be able to see that they can work from anywhere in the world and be successful at their jobs. SWOT outcomes proved that this innovation succeeded. The outcomes were really positive. All the robots worked. Students were able to use their phones to program the robots and drones and do the things that they wanted them to do. Also felt like the student learned a lot more through hands-on work than they would have if I were just standing there lecturing the whole time, especially when it came to learning about things like circuitry, drone technology, servo motors, and coding. They really need to get hands-on with that, and kind of proved it by doing these little things that we've done this year. So how did we measure those outcomes? The outcomes were measured by analyzing our final projects. The students were able to successfully program the robots to move using their cell phones. They were able to have the drones perform landing, takeoff functions. They could hover for predetermined times. They could go through different obstacles, land at different points in the room once they programmed it into it. They were excited. They were able to play games with the robots. We played games like sitting empty water bottles up with the drones and played bowling where they had to knock them over, and we set things up like had our little robots with claws go and move bottles of water and stack them up. So just who got the most bottles won, things like that. But they really seem to enjoy that. Final thoughts on this project. Even though we didn't get to finish as much work with the 3D printing that we wanted to, had a lot of time constraints and school interruptions. We're going to kind of continue that on as the year goes on, though, and into next year we're going to be working some more with the 3D part of this. I still feel like the students took away a better understanding. They were able to learn how servo motors works. They were able to use coding in their products. They were able to learn a little bit about drone technology and how circuits worked. I also think the students learned that they could accomplish something no matter what was thrown at them, including the virus and this unpredictable school year. So everybody did their parts. Everybody had a part in making this project such a success. Going to next year, I hope that we get back to a more functioning normal school and we can incorporate even more hands-on projects for the students. Thank you, guys.